This is Chris Katulka with the Friends of Israel, and this is an Eye on the Middle East. I reported a few weeks ago that the United Kingdom's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, told the British conservative Friends of Israel, before she became Prime Minister, that she would review their country's decision to keep their embassy in Tel Aviv if she did become the British leader. Well, fast forward to the United Nations meeting last month, and Truss told Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid that she is considering relocating the United Kingdom's embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. This is big news. According to the Times of Israel, the United Kingdom now has more flexibility to develop their own foreign policy, especially in the Middle East, after Brexit in 2020, when the UK was able to free itself from the influence of the European Union. Now, Truss is a great friend of Israel and the Jewish people, and she has vowed to eradicate the scourge of anti-Semitism in her country. Former UK diplomats have spoken out against the potential relocation, saying that the embassy should not be moved until the establishment of a Palestinian state. Currently, the United States, Honduras, Guatemala, and Kosovo are the only countries with embassies in Jerusalem. All other countries have their embassies in Tel Aviv. Well, here's my take. Of course, all the naysayers are now coming out, claiming that the relocation of the British embassy would be a disaster. The Guardian wrote, quote, Liz Truss's next disaster, a plan to move the British embassy to Jerusalem. The Middle East Eye wrote, quote, Liz Truss moving UK embassy to Jerusalem would be disastrous. Listen, everyone said the exact same thing when the Trump administration moved its embassy to Jerusalem. But what followed the United States embassy relocation was peace between Israel and several Arab nations through the Abraham Accords, not disaster like the mainstream media promised. If you study British history in the early 20th century, the United Kingdom played a major role in the creation of the State of Israel. It was the Balfour Declaration of 1917 that promised that the British government would establish a Jewish state. Well, Liz Truss is just keeping with that British tradition from a century ago. And I say to her, move that embassy, Prime Minister Truss. Don't listen to your critics. History is on your side.